Hey guys, WaddlerD. We're back for more Kirby Superstar Ultra, and now we are on to the wind planet Skyhigh. If you have any trouble guessing what could possibly be the boss here, let alone what this planet is gonna be like, seriously, we're surrounded by it, people. There's fucking clouds, skies, flying enemies, and apparently icicles, aka chilies. I would suggest to watch out for flying animals because they're all over the damn place, and they have no remorse for who's in front of them, so they might just single-handedly kill you by fricking dive bombing into your face. Mainly these damn birds. Fuck them. Now, what you do want to do is you definitely want to get Jet because you're going to need it for this next little objective here. And be careful to not run into the chilies, otherwise you will have to do this again, because they will most likely freeze you, and then cause you to have to go back and light this damn thing again. So, try, as I said, be careful of the chilies, because this can be a pain in the ass. So what I was just doing is just sticking to that strategy. Just hold B, get some boosting as much as possible, otherwise you're probably gonna fall short and hit a chili and then have to do it again. Wheel, I will say, is terribly worthless here, because for one thing, you're not gonna get much use out of it because we have a door maze, and door mazes and wheel don't seem to really do much. I would suggest following this particular route because you then get thrown at this door. This door gives you wing, which is apparently devoid of bird-ons. What the hell, game? So nevertheless, we got wing, and that's pretty much all we really need. This is easily one of the shortest levels in the game, or at least in this sub-game, because there's just literally you finding the abilities and then just making your way through the end to the end of the level. So if you have any trouble, yeah, that's gonna scare me, because guess who the boss is? It's fucking Kracko! Granted, the paint job's nice, but he is still the same pathetic Kracko that you fought in Spring Breeze. Spring Breeze, guys. This boss is gonna take very few hits, so just kick his ass. Don't give him any mercy. Don't give this guy any chance to kick your own ass, because honestly, you're not going to have much trouble, especially if you know all the freaking attacks. Let's see if this... See, you can even defend against that attack with guarding. This is why I hate guarding. No damage. Fuck off. So yeah, that's the end of Kracko. What a pathetic little sap. Maybe you should get a buff. Maybe you should consider getting more HP, take a few more hits. I don't know, have a new attack or 3, that would be cool. But that's not happening anytime soon, because we're going to be heading to this Godforsaken planet. And a lot of people, I'm sure, do not like this planet, as neither do I, because, yeah, it's a volcanic planet full of lava tiles that will burn you and cause you pain and anguish. So just be careful while you're flying up and down, and of course watch out for fucking kibbles that seem to pot-shot you at the moment's notice. It will happen, trust me. And yes, if you're wondering if this is an ability that Kirby can copy, yes. Unfortunately, it's easily one of the worst abilities in this fucking game. So don't get caught sleeping on the wheel and just keep moving. Now, one thing you really want to do is you want to hit this thing. Mainly because of a certain secret. And this is probably one of the harder abilities to find, mainly because it requires a bit of thinking. But once you figure it out, you just need this ability to grant yourself invincibility to lava, because you actually can fly through those tiles. Everything else is pretty much off limits. And you would use that invincibility to grab fire after getting past all the damn burning Litos. And then you'll realize how awesome fucking Hyper is with freaking fire ability, because that freaking fireball went like twice as fast. Crazy. Now this next part kind of reminds me of Indiana Jones' Temple of Doom, because remember that part where Indiana Jones decided to do a minecart ride with lava below him? It's kind of like that, except Kirby's riding on the lava, which is pretty badass. Looks like Kirby's trying to one-up Indy. But granted, you might want to be careful with the magically appearing walls, and the fact that abilities can be lost at a moment's notice with the lava. Damn, that is a pain in the ass. So I might have to rely on a couple abilities here very shortly. Let's see. Alright, so I'm going to go switch to copy, which since it's the only thing I can select out of my arsenal. And I'm going to need it too. And because I need it for one thing and one thing only. Tack, help me out here. And here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to use tack as a freaking stepping stool. Because there's pretty much no other way to get that unless I were to happen to get Jet with me. Sup. Oh, thanks for the star. So yeah, as you can imagine, if I'm fighting this guy, can you possibly imagine what I'm going to be getting next? Oh yes, fucking suplex. Thank God. And to be honest, suplex is actually going to be kind of useful here, because just watch, Kirby's actually standing on fucking lava. Unfortunately, also Kirby can fly into lava, making suplex a double-edged ability here. Just be very careful how you're moving about, and you'll be okay. But definitely try to grab enemies over lava. It's kind of cool. Of course, watch out for these assholes that just seem to be posted right in the worst spots. But yeah, I would suggest you to avoid using the minecarts in that section back there, because you could miss out on the extra life and the max tomato. But then again, if you missed out on that, you still have plenty of opportunities in this next section, despite the extreme amounts of pain and misery that await you, if you're not careful. I mean, there are at least 3 extra lives in this section, and one of them is pretty much given to you with no charge. Nice. And what you want to do is you want to try to fly into this gap here, maybe take some damage, and then use that invincibility to... Ouch. No! Fuck! But there you go, guys. That's how you get down there. You have to take damage to get good stuff, which kind of sucks. Not much you can do about it. If you really want to risk your life, you can try flying up here and get into this cannon and shoot left, because you'll get an extra life for risking your life. Just don't jump at all, otherwise you're gonna burn your fucking head off, and I doubt you want to do that. And that's all the extra stuff you can get here. 3 extra lives in a room. That's pretty awesome. Since I don't have an ability, this next boss will be a pain in the ass, because it's Camilio Lea, or Camilio Arm, and god damn, I hate this guy. All I can say is just spam guard as much as possible when he's on the ground, and make sure to inhale these freaking paint balls. And if you had the luxury to use it on the enemy as opposed to using the ability, you would do a lot more damage. But here I'm going to have to rely on just shooting it back into this guy's face, which sucks. Try to suck as many of these star shots as possible to just do the most damage. Alright, you gonna do your thing? Oh god. Yeah, I'm just gonna try to abuse the chip damage as much as I can, because that's the only way I'm gonna make this fight go fast as possible. Fuck! Damn it. Missed. Yeah, I really hate fighting this boss without an ability. It's just terrible. He's not the most difficult boss, he's just the most annoying boss. Kind of like freaking like Sting Chameleon. Take that. Ah man, I lost my opportunity to get a freaking start. Now, one thing you must know is that this boss heals, or that sucks you into his mouth with half health, or less than half health. Expect him to give you some extra stars, which can be helpful if you don't happen to be, say, I don't know, the person inside the freaking chameleon's mouth. Yeah, that's not gonna help. Alright, come on, drop down. Drop down, buddy. Yes! Fucking die already. Yeah, very annoying boss. Luckily, Kirby gets fully healed if he happens to collect those shiny star pieces. Oh, that's a pretty new dance. One thing you must know about Kirby's old dance maneuvers, it's randomly decided which dance he's going to do, and it's going to be different for everyone regardless of which level it is, so keep that in mind. Now, Cave Planet Cavius is kind of a cool one, because for one thing, this is the first of the changed names, and at least in terms of spelling. Like, this was actually called Cavios in the original, but they decided to go with a much better name and just drop the O for U, which I definitely approve of. And this next place is kind of a mini-boss gauntlet area, because you got this nice little cave with lots of routes you can take. You could either decide to take the longest route possible and fight everything, or you could just stick to a very short but effective route. Of course, we start with you, which is actually kind of a good thing. Of course, you want to watch out for that, obviously. Because, I don't think I've shown off Cook yet, and Cook definitely needs some demonstration, considering that Brawl made good use of his ability. And let's see if we can get more than just one enemy. Come on, guys, get in the pot, get in the pot, yeah, I got 3. So this is pretty much what Cook does. All enemies and projectiles that could be considered enemies get turned into food that you can consume. So it's not a it's a pretty good, nice ability. Now this next mini-boss you want to fight, because you might be able to figure out what he could be giving me. Ouch, piece of shit. Come on, buddy. And of course you shouldn't have any trouble with Poppy Brother Sr. I mean, seriously, this guy is like the first mini-boss ever in a Kirby game. He will give you Bomb, however, being the generous little dead guy that he is. And, of course, Bomb starts to remind me why I don't use it a lot, because it is kind of weak. However, with the weakness comes speed. Just don't be too fast, otherwise bosses don't drop as quickly as you were hoping. Ouch. However, we're gonna get something far greater than frickin' Bomb. Hammer! And you know what this means, guys. You officially will be breaking the game, because Hammer... Well, I'll just demonstrate how ridiculously powerful this thing is if you're still in doubt of it being one of the best abilities in this game. Showcase number 1. Showcase... Oh, whoops. Showcase number 2. Now just think, guys. I would be able to use Hammer Throw repeatedly because of the freaking Copy Essence Deluxe. That is all you need to know about why they are broken. So just imagine Hammer Flip having about the same, doing the same amount of damage, or that Hammer Throw doing the same amount of damage as Hammer Flip, and having that range and that unlimited use of hammers to just abuse and freaking walk all over the sub-game. It is pretty much the reason why I want to limit myself. Now, I'm going to use this to just help me hurry through this area, even though Stone's going to get, like, almost no mention here. I mean, literally. I'm not going to do much other than to kill this guy. Oh, God. I will say, Hyper with Stone is really awesome. The way Kirby slides, like, a fucking foot as opposed to, like, this little dinky-ass, small-ass trip right here. So much better. But, unfortunately, Hyper is not given in vast quantities, so we gotta get rid of it and then move on to that guy. I give you probably the hardest boss without an ability, at least in this thing. Wham Bam Rock will actually prove to be a challenge, because you could try the guard spam technique along with the obvious use rocks to pelt this guy or starve shots. But this guy has a couple attacks that you might need to be concerned about, and if you don't keep them in mind, you're going to be suffering some nasty damage. Like, for instance, when he does that, run away, because that's a grab. It will go through your guard. That also will go through your guard. So you already know 2 moves that are very dangerous for Kirby's health. If he happens to sit in one place and do nothing. I say this is the best time to exploit the whole guard spam damage. This is another attack that you cannot guard. Do not try it. Shit. Now, one thing that makes this boss a little tricky is the whole next attack when he's at half health. Yeah, you'll see in a moment where he just opens his palm and slams it down upon your head. You might want to get far away from that, or just be wary wary to run, because it comes out very quickly. And you start doing this thing. Yeah, that's nasty right there. The fact that he drops rocks on your head, and then tries to frickin' pull them up from the ground. Jesus, that hurts. But yeah, definitely abuse the guard spam when the palm's open, because you'll get more chances for damage, or at least more chip damage anyway. And you're done. Wow, for a boss that was apparently very hard, that wasn't hard at all. I will say that if you're not prepared for him, he can kick your ass, so just keep that in mind. Alright. Unfortunately, guys, we are running out of time, and unfortunately, we're doing it at probably the worst time, because these next two levels are just calling out for me. Mainly because it has Revenge of Meta Knight music, and you know how that music is. Fuck yes. So next time, we are going to dive into Mekai and Half Moon and see what we can do about this comet. Will he be a friend or a foe? So thanks for watching, guys. Have a great day, and adios.